You driving?
Some Plan Bs are smarter than others. If you're drinking, don't drive. RBT means you need a Plan B. Authorised by New South Wales Government, Sydney.
How does your approach change, Mitchell, going from the 2020 format?
Well, the batsmen aren't trying to hit me for 6 every ball, so that's a start. But that red ball, obviously going to have to bowl more than 4 overs a game. So we've obviously been putting in the extra workloads over in South Africa, and it obviously started for some of us in Sri Lanka to get those workloads up. So I'm sure that all the guys are ready to go throughout all the teams this week for the Shield game. So I'm no different. I'm pretty happy with where my numbers stand, and I'm just ready to go out there and start playing on Friday.
Peter Siddle said he wants to play all 6 tests this summer. Are you in the same boat?
Absolutely. I think anyone in sort of in and around that squad aren't going to be putting their hand up to be rested. So every chance you get to play for Australia is a special moment. So I'm much the same as Sid. So if I'm available for 6 tests, I'm more than happy to play them all.
What do you put your good form down to, apart from just playing lots of cricket? Is there anything special also doing?
Not really. I think it's just that. Obviously started in Yorkshire a few months ago, where I played a lot of cricket back to back through those few months, and then carried on through the UAE and then Sri Lanka and obviously South Africa. We've just played a lot of days of cricket and a lot of training days as well, just to I guess fine tune those little things I've been working on in my technique. And it's great for the confidence when you see the ball consistently swinging or consistently hitting where you want to hit the wicket. I think those things alone just sort of heighten the confidence and let me go out there and not think too much about my technique. I know it's pretty solid, and just let me do the business on the field.
What have you learned over the past year? It's been almost a year since you tested.
Yeah, it's been a long time. There's been a lot of cricket since, but I think, like I said, just little things, not tinkering too much with my technique. You don't want to make massive changes. I think it's just a few little things. Talking to a few guys along the way, obviously. It's well known. I had a quick chat with Wasim and had another chat with him in South Africa a few weeks ago. But Jason Gillespie was great at Yorkshire. He was the Yorkshire coach there, so to be with him for a few months, and he's a pretty relaxed guy and likes to keep it simple as well. So that sort of thing really helped me. And I think mainly being in England, away from an Australian setup or a New South Wales setup, I sort of had to figure out a few things on my own, which is probably great for my game as a young fast bowler, just to try and not have to listen to everyone else and take their word for it. Just really figure it out on my own.
Was that clouding you a bit, do you think?
Not at all. I think it's great when you're around a setup of fast bowlers like the calibre that New South Wales and Australia do, and the coaches that we do have. It's amazing setup, but sometimes I reckon you need to figure out those things for yourself sometimes. Just little things, not main things, but it's always good when you sort of you try something for yourself and it works out for you.
You've been named in the test squad. Obviously, we don't know the final makeup as yet. How important is this upcoming Shield game, the 3 days you get to, I suppose, to prove yourself and put your hand up one last time for the final?
Well, it's another chance to win a game for New South Wales first and foremost. So I'll be going out there with the other 11, 12 guys in New South Wales team to try and win that game for New South Wales. But obviously, like you said, it's a good chance to get some red ball bowling in match play before that lead up to the test. So I'll be doing everything I can to help New South Wales win the game. But if I can take some wickets and bowl some good overs for New South Wales, it's obviously going to help me down the track next week.
Comments and conversations about his fitness, things not quite shaping up yet for him at the pits.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's a young man, he's 19. Still going through puberty, he's still growing, he's going to struggle at the moment, but that's for certain. But look, I'm sure that he's keen as to come and play with the red ball and play for New South Wales and play for Australia, and that's the most important thing. His attitude is on, is playing cricket, and unfortunately there's the tribulations of a young boy. He's going to go through these for the next 4 or 5 years, I'm sure, but the most important thing is he's hungry to play. I'm sure that when he gets given the opportunity, he'll be there by the people around him. I know Murray's looking after him at physio as much as he possibly can, and I'm sure that it's in Australia's best interest that he gets into the market and plays, but we've just got to trust those guys in their power to look after him and know the best sort of way for him to come back and play.
How frustrated is he, do you think?
I can't speak for him, but I know that he definitely would be. I mean, he did really well for us over with the Sixers, and he's keen to get back and play, and he wants that red ball in his hand. I mean, he's only played 4 or 5 first-class matches, and he knows how big this sort of test series is against South Africa, and he did so well against them last time. And again, he's a young kid who just wants to play cricket. So I'm sure he's been managed well. But you know, if he can't come back and play, it won't be long, hopefully, before he gets back on the paddock and is producing the goods for Australia like we know he can.